So then we get a montage of Talon making dinner, and he's really going all out. He's chopping and he's grilling, and I'm
He's got shrimp cocktail going.
Yeah. Who does shrimp cocktail in high school?
I'm like, okay, Talon, okay, I see you. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Millennial TeaV and Season 2 of Laguna Beach. As always, we are your hosts, Candace,
Adrian,
and Liz.
Just a reminder that we do this every week, and you can watch along with us on Paramount Plus in the US or CTV in Canada. If you want to stay up to date with everything Millennial TeaV and Laguna Beach, you can follow us on Instagram. We post fun stuff every week, as well as share pictures of our favorite outfits and moments from the episode on our stories on release day. Also, because we connected on Reddit, you can connect with us there too. We have our own subreddit, and we'll be posting upcoming things and maybe even some surprises. Today we are recapping Laguna Beach Season 2, Episode 10, Lies and Goodbyes. But before we get into the episode, I thought it would be fun to talk about what we did for spring break. So I did kind of have a little early spring break. I went to California and visited my best friend Kelsey and did some fun stuff with my family. But it was more of like a relaxing trip, which is nice. I needed the week. But yeah, nothing for actual spring break. Though the airports, I will say, were really busy. So I feel like it's just that season. Everybody's heading to the beach or wherever. What were you guys doing? Anything?
people are probably going to Cabo, hey?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was really busy. Like all my flights were packed. So, and the airport was like crazy. TSA was really long. So I just feel like people were jet setting.
Mm-hmm.
I am not one of those people because I am not going on spring break. I don't have kids yet either, so I don't have anyone that I have to think about for daycare and stuff like that. But as a working girly, I do get Good Friday off. We get that off in Canada, so I will be spending that with my fur baby Stella.
Aw.
Probably find us some trails and stuff to take her
I
to.
love Stella.
I love her too. She's so
She's
cute.
so sweet.
How about you, Liz?
Well, so yeah, this will air like in the middle of my spring break. So it's really different having kids with spring break because we obviously have to figure out what to do with them when they're not in school. And when I grew up, our spring break was only 1 week, but here they get 2 weeks off. And it just is like,
What?
I know. It's like a really long time for spring break. Like I get that for Christmas, but for Easter, it just seems weird.
That's like upsetting to me.
I know. Yeah, we have some stuff planned. Like we haven't done like the Easter bunny or anything like that yet. So we have to do all of that stuff with the kids and we have to color Easter eggs, all of like the holiday stuff. But thank God for my mom. She's going to be helping us out for the 2 weeks while they're off school, like helping out with them during the day. So me and Kyle can still actually get stuff done during the day. And we do have a babysitter as well who is going to come over for a couple days for like 5 hours.
Nice.
So I have to ask you, are your kids afraid of the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus, or
They used to be, but these past few years they've been a lot better. So
that's good.
yeah, last year they both did really good, but Charlie for the first couple years it was either crying or like I don't want to get near that thing, which I'm like that's fine. You can just like stand there for the picture, like we don't care. So yeah, they've gotten a lot better about it. The Easter Bunny is still pretty creepy, though, if you ask me. So.
It is. And I was afraid of, like, any sort of creature growing up, like, terrified. And I straight up refused to take pictures with the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. And my mom was always so upset because she had a picture of my sister with the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. And she wanted to put it together, like, in a frame, like, with a picture of me. And I just absolutely not. Like, every single time.
I mean, I get it, though. Yeah.
I didn't want to sit on some guy's lap. Like, no.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You had that stranger danger ever since you were young.
The answer was absolutely not.
It's so funny. We were like looking back on the Easter pictures from the past few years, and when COVID was like in full swing, our neighborhood did like you could come meet the Easter Bunny during COVID, but you have to stand 6 feet away. So we have this photo of me holding Charlie and Sloan is standing next to me. And then like 6 feet away is the bunny like sitting there. And we're like, this is so weird. But it was funny because neither of them cried that year because they didn't have to like get near him. So
they're like, we like this, actually.
This is good. Yeah.
I would have done it if we had to stay 6 feet away.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It will be nice though. Kyle's going to be able to take off the last Friday of spring break, and I'm so excited. My mom is going to have the girls for us overnight, and I think we're going to like go to Universal Studios or something for the day, like just the two
Aw,
of us. So
that's so
Yeah.
sweet.
get our 1 day spring break to the two of us. So
That's
I love that you
exciting.
guys are
I
gonna do
know.
that.
I love it.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Little Kyle and Liz time.
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny? I feel like because I don't have kids yet, I'm still in like student mode. So when I hear
Mhm.
a 2 week spring break, I'm like, awesome. I'm like, you get
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Mhm.
And then all my coworkers are like, you will learn when you have kids. They're
Mhm.
like trying to find things for them to do in 2 weeks while
Yep.
you're like working. They're like, it's the worst. They're like, why can't they just go back to school?
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wonder that too, because like my parents were full-time working. So like
Mhm.
when I was home, like before I could stay home alone,
Yeah.
I didn't know like what I don't know what they did.
You stayed home probably. I stayed home too, I think.
10 and after I stayed home, but like younger than that, I think I was in daycare. Like
Well, a lot of the schools will do like day camp things, but you have to pay for them, and
Yeah.
they're all really expensive.
in the
so-
summer I did day camp.
Yeah.
And I remember the one day camp was like, I mean, this was back in the 2000s, but it was like $90 a day.
That's a lot.
They took you to a theme park every day of the week, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a little
Or like
intense,
some
geez.
crazy thing, like
Yeah.
Just
you
bring
go-
my kid to a park.
Yeah, you don't have to go to a theme
like
park.
Monday you're going to the beach, Tuesday you're going to Paramount's Great America, and
my
Thursday you're
God.
going
Wow.
you're going to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Like every day you did something really cool, and it was $90 a day. So like my mom was
Wow.
like, yeah, whatever. And Kelsey and I went to the camp together actually. And
Oh, cute.
yeah, it was Salvation Army camp, and we didn't realize that it was super religious until like we were adults. But they used to
Oh my
make us
gosh.
like we had assembly every morning, and they would play like POD. Do you remember that band?
Uh-huh.
They were like
Yeah.
really Christian.
Yes, they were like
And
Christian rock band, yeah.
They would play like POD and like weird like Christian music, and we had no idea. We were just like, whatever, we want to go to theme parks. But they were like secretly giving us religious propaganda, like
Oh my gosh.
yeah, but
That's hilarious.
we didn't realize it at the time. We were just like, whatever.
Yeah, you're having fun.
Yeah, I'm scared to admit it, but I didn't even know that the Salvation Army was religious.
Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I do that either, yeah.
I know it was Salvation Army camp.
Yeah, it says a Christian organization. I just like drop off stuff at the Salvation Army. That's
Yeah.
all I
Yeah.
know them for.
Well, salvation, that's kind of a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Christian thing.
I guess so.
All right. If you guys want to share your spring break plans with us, you can contact us at Instagram or shoot us an email at millennialtv@gmail.com. For now, let's get into the episode. All right. So we start off with a previously on, and Kristin starts off saying that spring break in Cabo was crazy and that Talon was all over her, and Alex and Jessica got in a huge fight over Jason. When they all got back to Laguna, Jason and Alex ended things. Kristin tells us that Alex's drama isn't over because she was about to find out her good friend Casey started a nasty rumor about her. Kristin says she knew that girl was bad news. She says she was starting to sense that Talon wanted more from her, but she just didn't want a boyfriend. To make things worse, Steven had invited her to San Francisco, and like an idiot, she said yes.
My little heart when I watch this, because I'm like so happy that Kristin and Steven are back together, but she kind of already gave it away that it wasn't
Yeah.
going to go well.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Steven in this
Mhm.
episode.
I
Me
know.
too.
It's such an awkward place to be in.
But it was infuriating listening to the Back to the Beach podcast because I felt like he even today will say that like he didn't think that that trip was romantic and he didn't think that anything was really like going on during that trip. Liz,
What?
do you remember that?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to re-listen to it, but I do vaguely remember him kind of acting like
He didn't admit to liking Kristin throughout season 2.
What?
it's like he was denying that, but I feel like he was just saying that because he was embarrassed
Well,
or
like, we're
something.
not
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Okay, some things I can understand are set up, but like
Yeah.
his feelings for Kristin, that was real.
Yeah, and it's
Yes,
so
yeah.
understandable. They were in love for so
Yeah.
many years.
And he even says, like, we'll get to it. We'll get
Okay.
get to his love
Yeah.
for Kristin.
I can't wait.
So the first scene is Kristin and Alex H. And Alex asks Kristin if she's nervous about seeing Steven in San Francisco. Did that sound like a soundbite to you guys?
Yeah.
It was,
Mhm.
the sound was just weird. And I was like, it sounds weird. And it sounds like it might be a soundbite. And they muted whatever Kristin was saying at first. Like her mouth is
So
moving,
probably.
but it's completely muted. And then you hear Alex say that. And I was like, that's really weird. I wonder like what was going on
What
there.
was she actually saying? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just loved Alex's pink and blue sweater in this scene. But
Oh, yeah. Her sweater was it the one where it was like long sleeves, but then it cut off like right at
Yeah.
her boobs? Yeah, I was like, what is going on with that? It was like the tiniest little, but I remember wearing little cardigans like that. Yeah.
It was super cute. And like, I don't know, they both looked cute in this scene, even though they were just like chilling. Like it was cute.
With their hairs in ponies, they still look so cute.
It was so
Yeah.
like effortlessly. Like that was the look in the 2000s, was like messy, but like still put together.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss that. Like the effort to like do your messy bun exactly perfectly. Like I miss that.
I still do that.
It takes a long time to make the perfect messy bun.
It's so true.
So Kristin says that she doesn't know if she's nervous about seeing Steven, but it's like he's trying too hard and putting on a show. Alex says that it will take one girl for Steven to have a little bit of feelings for him to feel like he can be friends with Kristin. And Kristin says that now she has to deal with Talon. Alex tells her that he came and sat next to her last night, and she said, "You heart Kristin" to him. And he looked at Kristin and shook his head and said, "I love her." That's the cutest thing ever, first of all. And the way that Alex is like imitating him was so spot on, because I could totally see Talon doing that.
Yes.
And Kristin's reaction is also just like so funny too, because like she like can't believe it that he's so into her. Just, I love her. Kristin says that Talon likes her too much and she just doesn't know. Alex asks Kristin what she does because she always has the upper hand with guys, and Kristin says, "I'm a bitch. I don't know."
I love that she actually knows that. But I feel like Alex tries to ask her like what her trick is, and I feel like the trick is literally that you cannot get invested, like too invested in these boys.
You can't act like you care at all. Even if you do care, you can't act like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the second you like them and you show them you like them, they're like, "Oh no, I'm good. I don't like you anymore."
But how hard is it to do that when you actually like a guy?
I know. It's impossible.
Yeah, she's like a mastermind. And right now she's very much like, I don't want a boyfriend. And I believe her when she says that. But most girls I don't believe. Like
I agree
feel
with
like
that,
you do want a boyfriend, but like Kristin doesn't. She really does not.
She's like, at this point of her life, she's like waiting to get out of Laguna Beach and go hang out with all the celebrities in LA. So she's just like, I'm going to play around with whatever like boys are available here.
Yeah. It's like second semester senior year. Like she does not. Yeah. You're totally
right. Yeah.
That's so true. I didn't even think about that. She's ready to
funny,
party.
Though. Yeah.
So then we get a scene of Cedric, Taylor, and Alex M walking down to the beach, and Cedric says that he spoke to Casey this morning and she felt really bad. Alex responds, "What? Does she think I'm going to be best friends with her again?" Taylor asks, "How did this Casey thing start?" Alex says, "She made up a story." And Taylor says that wasn't true. And Cedric cuts in and says about how Alex has, but Alex cuts him off really quickly with Cedric. Which I was laughing. I was like, she clearly does not want to talk about this at all, like on film. And you could totally tell, but like, I'm sure the producers were like, you have to talk about what's going on with you and Casey. So how awkward. Like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, this is so awkward and weird. I don't want anybody to talk about this.
Yeah.
So Alex says that Casey said she had a hygiene problem, and Taylor asks how she came up with that. Alex says Cedric is the one that told her because she was being nice to Casey and Casey was saying things behind her back. Alex says Casey made it up and told Jason. Alex says that takes a lot of effort and thinking and that she will never be friends with her again, which I really don't blame her for.
Same.
No, I wouldn't want to be friends with her.
Especially because she told Jason, like, why? It's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary.
I'm glad, though. This is one of the few times that I'm glad that Cedric said something. And, like, even though he's trying to stir the pot, whatever, like, you know, at least he's, like, standing up for Alex.
Cedric and Alex were close in high school, as we learned.
At least he was loyal to that friendship.
Yeah, I think that he was like, listen, Casey's a backstabbing bitch.
Yeah.
You need to not be nice to her, which I appreciate. Because, like, I will be the nicest person to you until you fuck me over. And then, like, I am done with you. Like, I will cut you
We
off
have heard
so
that
hard.
before.
Like, I will cut you off so hard. You have no idea. Don't screw with me. So, like, I love it when people are like, this person is a total two-faced person. And I'm like, good. Now I don't have to deal with their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's
now you
true.
know.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
Because you also don't want to look like a fool being nice to someone when they're actually like totally talking shit behind your back.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So Cedric did her a solid, especially because like Taylor and Alex were like the only ones that were being nice to Casey. Like ever. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the next scene is Kristin packing for San Francisco at her house with Alex. And Kristin asks Alex if it's warm in San Francisco. And Alex tells her yes, but it might be a little cold to bring a sweater. I was like, Kristin, you're going to freeze your butt off in San Francisco. You can't dress like SoCal and NorCal. It's just not like, it's not the business. You're going to be freezing. So Alex asks Kristin if she's excited to go. And Kristin says yes, but she doesn't want Steven to take it the wrong way. And Alex says, well, he's been wanting you to come the whole year. And Kristin says that she's nervous because he told her there's something he wants to show her at night that he wants to share with someone special.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
As Candace rolls her eyes.
But then Steven says he doesn't think it's romantic.
He will say that it's for the show. Like he did it for the show.
Inaccurate information.
Because he knew that producers
that
wanted them to be together. Yeah, like he said he was playing into the fact that like he knew that producers wanted him and Kristin to like continue or like be together. So he's like, I kind of did that for the show, but I don't really believe
I don't believe that.
Steven Coletti. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah.
So Alex is like, that's kind of cute. And Kristin says that it is, but not anymore. And that it would have been cute a year ago. So awkward, but I do feel bad for him, but it like...
Yeah, I feel bad for him. It sucks that she's going into the trip with such a crappy attitude already. Like she doesn't even seem excited about it at all.
She's definitely playing along with it for the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think the only reason she goes is because he wanted her to so bad. I don't think she would have gone had they not been doing a show and had he not been so persistent. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, I think she was just over it. Just very over it.
Yeah.
And I don't think she even really wanted to be friends with him at this point. Like, to be honest. Like, I think she was just kind of like, you do your thing. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
So then Alex asks her if she's going to sleep in his dorm. And Kristin says, I'm sure he wants me to. And then her phone starts ringing. And of course, it's Steven. And Steven asks her what she's doing, and she tells him that she's packing to come and see him, and he tells her to bring lots of warm clothes because it gets cold at night. Thank God somebody told her. And he tells her he's excited to see her and not to miss her flight. And then, surprise, Alex asks if Talon is making Kristin dinner tonight, and Kristin says yes. And Alex asks her if she's going to tell him that she's going to San Francisco, and Kristin says, nope, whatever.
Okay, that entire exchange about Talon is like all wild lines.
Really? I didn't notice.
Really?
Completely. Like if you go back and watch, like this Talon storyline was like so forced because like you don't see their mouths moving. They were talking about Steven the whole time, and like it was the audio was really weird at the end.
I also thought it was weird because like, does she really need to tell Talon that she's going to San Francisco? Like. They're not even together. I mean, but they're not anything official, you know? It's, I don't know.
No, but like, she should like divulge. I guess, no, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't owe him that.
He knows he's not the only one. Like, he knows.
Right.
So, yeah, and she said she was dating Sam this whole time too. So like, no, definitely not.
Sam gets no airtime.
Nope.
She said that he actually didn't want to like be on season 2, so he didn't sign whatever like what is that, like a release or whatever for them to use his image. So that's why he never appeared on season 2. I want to call out though, Kristin's in this like cute pink like sweater towel dress. I don't even know how you would describe that dress, but it is so cute. And again, she has her hair up in a ponytail, which is like super just like messy and casual and effortless, but she looks so pretty.
Everyone's so cute in this episode, honestly.
Yeah.
And then Alex is wearing, I don't know if it's this first beach scene or later on, but she's wearing this cute little white dress, Alex M. And it is so cute. And I'm like, I would look so stupid in that, but she looks so cute in it. Like it's a little like like a tube top dress like that you wear down to the beach.
Yeah.
So cute.
Ooh, and did you guys see Kristen's huge LV duffel bag on the bed?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
had never noticed that before, but now watching it, I was like, dude, she got that MTV money and then just ran out and bought an LV bag.
I mean, wouldn't you?
You know,
'Cause
I'm
I
always
would've.
like, when I make money, I'm going to buy like Louis Vuitton luggage. And then I'm like, okay, but do I trust checking it in?
No.
Just having it
Oh,
just like be like
yeah.
out there in the world. And now I'm like, I am not spending my money on that.
No,
So,
and if you have
no.
Louis Vuitton luggage, it's more likely that people are gonna like look through it at the airport.
Or steal
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
that's true.
because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, that's a rich one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
But my thing back in the day was Juicy Couture. I thought that was like elite. So I probably would have had Juicy everything. And like now looking at it, I'm like, everything is so ugly. Juicy is so awful. And I remember in our mall, there was like a Juicy Couture store, and we were just like, oh my God, it's so fancy. It's so cool. And like, it's not. It's so cheesy and so bad.
You never thought that that place would go out of business. Like, no one ever thought.
So this next scene is Lauren and Casey hanging out, and I completely forgot this scene existed and that Lauren and Casey ever hung out. So I was like,
Same.
this
Yeah,
is
this
weird.
is weird. Yeah.
And it was very thrown together. Obviously, they just wanted like Casey on screen talking to somebody about what was going on. And
Mhm.
Elsie happened to like know her.
Yeah, it was
and wasn't
random,
mad at her.
right?
Yeah, it was weird.
See, it was so random, but I feel like it like kind of made sense because they were both rich.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
rich,
So it was,
yeah.
the rich
Mhm.
families that obviously know each other.
Well, and then Lauren dates Casey's brother later, so like they must have been like,
And in high school too, I think.
Yeah.
These families must have been friends. Yeah.
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 So Lauren starts off saying that she hasn't talked to Casey in months, and Casey tells her that she's really glad she's home. And Lauren is so cute in this scene. Classic Lauren, her straight hair, pinned back bangs, bell bottoms, pearls, and a tube top. Like, that is classic Lauren Conrad. And I was like, that is an outfit that I would have seen and then tried to emulate at school the next day.
Mhm.
Like, that was, like, the pearls, yes, everything about it. Lauren says that NorCal is completely different and that no one told her that, and they said she'd love it.
Wait, can I stop you and ask you, why do you keep calling it NorCal?
Because
Northern
that's what
California.
we call it. Northern
Really?
California. Yeah.
That's how people say SoCal too.
Yeah, SoCal, NorCal.
SoCal I've heard, but NorCal I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm from NorCal, so.
Interesting.
I guess I should explain that, huh?
I mean, probably all the like American listeners get that, but
Yeah.
in Canada we're just like California.
Yeah.
That's so
Well, that's the
funny.
thing. California is so big. So, like, you have to, like, divide it into
Mhm.
sections at least.
You
Like,
do,
NorCal,
yeah.
SoCal. And it's really weird, but there is, like, a weird rivalry between SoCal and NorCal.
How so?
NorCal thinks they're cooler than SoCal, and SoCal thinks they're cooler than NorCal. And, like, if you live in SoCal, you're like, NorCal is so different. And if you live in NorCal, you're like, SoCal is so different. Like, it's just very, like, and it's like, you're all from the same freaking place. Come on now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is really weird. And I know that Steven has said, I don't know if it was on Back to the Beach or if I heard it somewhere else, but he has said that, like, people were weird with him when he went to San Francisco State about being from SoCal, like at parties.
Oh.
Oh.
So it must not have been from Back to the Beach if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But
I don't remember that.
I
Yeah.
can't, I don't know, YouTube,
It might have
TikTok,
just been a blip.
something.
Like I didn't even,
Yeah,
catch
he
it.
said that like it was parties were weird and people would like give him shit about being from SoCal, and I'm like, that's so funny because like I didn't know anybody from Southern California, but I wouldn't have been like mean. But there is like a weird kind of rivalry, so that is a thing.
Like, ew, that surfer boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
And to be fair, like they are pretty different, like in like San Francisco and stuff, like the weather is way different
Yeah.
than it is in San Diego, you know?
Yeah.
Very different vibes too. Like the cities are totally different.
Yes.
Even than
Yeah.
like Los Angeles and San Francisco compared. So different.
SoCal is much more beachy, like,
Yes,
than
yeah.
NorCal. Like NorCal is like we have the beach, But like, if you go to the beach in San Francisco, it's freezing.
It's too cold,
like,
yeah.
But if you go to the beach in Santa Cruz, which is also NorCal, like it's more closer to SoCal. But like,
right.
It's California's a weird place.
I wonder where like the middle line is where it turns into NorCal, or is there a middle Cal also?
I don't know.
A middle Cal.
That'd be like
always
Irvine.
say now that I'm from Northern California, because people, when I say I'm from California, they're like, oh, like Long Beach? And I'm like, no, like not even close. Like other way.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lauren says that Northern California is completely different and that no one told her that. And they said she'd love it. And then that when she came back, everyone told her that they knew she wasn't going to last.
That's so mean.
I know.
I know.
Like, I would have been like, okay, well.
Like, then why did you say that? Yeah.
I'm going back then.
Yeah.
Just to piss you off.
Exactly, yeah.
Casey asks her about fashion school, and Lauren tells her that she's taking classes at UC Irvine and that she just got an internship at a company called 3 Dots, and it's exactly what she wants to do. And I was going to look up 3 Dots, and I completely forgot. Did you guys?
I did not know.
Yeah. I don't know what 3 Dots is, but it sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like, for a first-year university student to get an internship, that's pretty big.
That is,
like, it was so hard to get internships back then, especially like a fashion one. I feel like, I wonder if Lauren used her like MTV connections to get this, because that is very impressive.
She's also like rich, and her parents are like socialites kind of, so I feel like they probably have connections.
Yeah.
I hate that. I mean, coming from a not rich family, I hate the upper hand that all these rich kids get.
Definitely jealous of this whole internship and UC Irvine thing. And then just going to fashion school in LA, like.
For sure. Especially, okay, so like as Canadians living here, going to the States for school is like a big thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do your SATs in that last year, and like tuition is crazy because you have to pay international school fees. So I remember asking my mom, I was like, oh, so can I go to school like in the States? Because like, I don't know, I feel like that's always the dream, to go to California and be famous, or at least live in LA like they did in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, no. She's like, school is so expensive. What do you mean? We have great universities here in Canada. And I'm like, oh, never mind then. I thought she would be fully supportive, but nope.
You're like, I guess I'm stuck in Canada.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys had Degrassi, okay?
Yeah.
Adrian's like,
what?
shut up.
The only good thing to come out of Degrassi, and no, it's not Drake, is Nina Dobrev.
Okay, first of all, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, don't diss Degrassi, because I freaking loved it.
Stop
Degrassi's the best.
Third of all, I met Jake Epstein, who played Craig Manning, and it was like the best moment of my life.
Where did you meet him?
He was in a production, like a traveling cast production of Spring Awakening.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And I met him at the stage door when he was in San Jose, which is close to my hometown. And I remember I like met him, and he came out, and I immediately was like, I just watched the Degrassi movie. Like, it just came out. Like, and he looked at me and he was like, oh yeah?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, God, this is embarrassing, but
why did I say that?
It just came out like word vomit, you know? You just say things.
Yeah. I got to meet the actress who played Manny.
Cassandra Steele.
Yes, Cassandra Steele. I met her at a club in Los Angeles.
Oh my gosh.
And we went because we knew she was going to be there. She was like singing. And so we went, and I wore my Degrassi shirt, and I have a photo with me. And she was like, I love your shirt. Like, she was super nice, but yeah, it was great.
That's
oh my God,
amazing.
you guys are hardcore. I didn't
I
know
love
that you
Degrassi.
followed.
Oh yeah. So Lauren says, tell me about high school, which is so pitched by the producers, because I'm sure she didn't care at all. And Casey says all the girls are against her now, like Alex and Taylor, because she repeated something that she shouldn't have. And Lauren says it's high school, and she knows that if you're on Alex's good side, she's so much fun, but being on her bad side is not great. I just thought it was really awkward and, what's the word? Producer induced?
Yeah, I
Producer produced.
Yeah.
Produced by a producer.
Yeah. So the next scene is Kristin and Alex H, and Kristin's getting ready for her dinner with Talon. And Alex says that she didn't even know that Talon could cook. And Kristin says it's going to be awkward, and think about it. He's cooking me dinner. And Alex says either he's trying really hard or he really likes you. And Kristin says she just doesn't know how to deal with it. And then Alex says, yeah, it's a little romantic. And Kristin says, a little romantic? It's the most romantic thing you can do. It's true.
It's true.
Taking someone dinner is a big deal.
I mean, in high school, yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex says, if you walk in and there's candles and like a whole big thing set up, and Kristin starts panicking and she's like, what if he goes all out? And then, of course, we're treated to a montage of Talon making dinner.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before you get to the montage, I have to give a shout out to Billy the dog because he was wearing like a little collared shirt.
I know. He was
and
cute.
it was so cute.
He's so cute.
I was like, yes, Billy's back. And he had an outfit on.
It's Alex's dog, right?
I think so.
Alex's dog, yeah.
He's so cute. So then we get a montage of Talon making dinner, and he's really going all out. He's chopping and he's grilling, and I'm
He's
like,
got shrimp cocktail going.
Yeah. Who
like,
does shrimp cocktail in high school?
I'm like, okay, Talon, okay, I see you. He's so slick. Like, he knows food is the way to a girl's heart. I mean, maybe not Kristin's, but definitely mine. And I was like, yeah, Talon, this is what's up. Like, if a guy had cooked me dinner like that, I would have been his for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
For real.
Are you kidding
Oh my God,
me?
same. Like, it is actually the most romantic thing ever. And like in high school, no one I knew was doing that. Like, this was like grown up stuff. So this is so next level.
And he's like grilling like a real man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He looked
wrapping
really
it in the
serious,
foil.
too.
Like, he was serious.
Yeah.
It's legit. So back at Kristin's, Kristin is still panicking, and she's changing, and she says she's having a serious problem. And Alex tells her that she's just tired, and so she doesn't feel pretty.
What a good friend.
I know.
Alex
is the best.
She's a hype girl. Like, she always has like something to say that's like comforting.
Yes.
Yeah. She's the best friend. The best friend.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So then Alex says randomly that she should tell Talon that she's going to San Francisco, and Kristin lets out this huge groan, like that's the last thing she wants to do.
Okay, that is ADR. That has to be ADR, right?
Do you think?
Liz?
The groan?
I don't know.
I
She
don't know.
like her head gets thrown back and everything.
Because
like,
she,
but like she
she
could
does
just
the
be
whole
like,
thing.
oh, about going to dinner, but like Alex saying like, you should tell Talon about going to see Steven. Like, that was so fake to me.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant her groaning. Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah,
Alex says that she just is tired and doesn't feel pretty or whatever. But I freaking love her outfit.
No.
Yes, I love it.
No.
No, I love it.
I wrote it in my notes. I'm like, I always thought this like see-through orange like mesh hoodie thing was like a cool idea, but it's so ugly. I said
it was like sheer. No.
Yeah, like a sheer hoodie.
It's like see-through.
When have you ever seen a sheer hoodie?
It was so cute with the white tank top underneath.
No, with the bra strap showing, and no. And Talon's like so dressed up for this amazing dinner that he put together, but Kristin could not even like take 10 minutes to like do her hair. She has it in like a messy ass bun.
She's not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
She probably didn't even shave her legs.
But that's why I'm like, she's just looking a mess going to this dinner.
No, I freaking love that sheer pink hoodie.
Pink. Orange.
It's pink.
Orange.
It's pink.
Orange.
I thought it was pink.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Pink.
Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna put this up on Instagram and poll it, and I feel like I'm going to lose already. But we're gonna poll whether you guys like it, and also if it's pink or orange.
I love how Liz is always like the tiebreaker between
Yeah.
the two of us. It's so funny. No, I loved it. I thought it was so cute with the white tank top underneath, and I would have worn it. Not now, but back then. And it was cute.
In a later episode, Alex H does wear it.
The same hoodie?
Oh, really?
The same one. I remember it was like when Kristin got asked to prom by Talon. Alex was like there as well. We'll see it in a later episode,
Okay.
but she wears the same thing.
I will pay attention.
Because I remember, I was like, that damn ugly hoodie again.
No, I loved it. Oh my God. Our styles are clearly so different.
Different.
So at Talon's house, Talon and Kristin greet each other with a hug and a kiss, and then, well, a kiss on the cheek. And then Talon leads her to the backyard where he has definitely set up a romantic dinner. Like, it is like so pretty out there. It's like he's going to propose. Like, I got that vibe. I was just like, ugh. And Kristin is like, oh my God, this is so intense. And she's like, I didn't even know you could cook. And Talon says, I'm Italian. Which is true. All Italian boys can really cook. It's like a thing. Their moms teach them.
It's like mandatory.
Are you sure? Or does their mom cook all of their food?
Yeah.
Both.
But that's true, actually. From watching Jersey Shore, all
Yes.
of those guys can cook.
They can cook. It's true. It's being
That
Italian.
is true. Yes, that is true.
Kristin thanks Talon and says, this is really, really nice. And then Talon asks her what she's doing this weekend. And she says, nothing. And we're supposed to think she's lying because she's going to see Steven in San Francisco. But I think this is different weekends.
That was also wild lines too.
Yes.
Their mouths didn't say those words.
I'm not catching any of these. I'm still just eating it with a spoon.
I rewound
whole
it and
scene.
rewatched it a few times, but yeah, what are you doing this weekend? And then her saying nothing. They did not say that.
Yep.
Wow.
Like, it didn't make sense. Like, the conversation I felt did not make sense because it was all freaking wild lines. And it was so obvious that, like, MTV's just trying to force the storyline because none of what they were saying made sense.
Well,
sorry.
Candace believed it. Good job, MTV.
Yeah, Candace didn't catch it.
Candace is like, wow, this is a really deep conversation. And so then Talon says that she's being weird and asks her if she's thinking about Steven. And Kristin says, trust me, I'm not. I'm so done with Steven. It's not even funny. So was that a wild line?
No.
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, I did say, like, it was weird that they did talk about Steven to a certain degree, but the stuff about her going to San Fran was definitely, like, wild lines.
Did not happen, yeah.
I mean, I don't think she was lying about being done with Steven.
No.
But, like, so again, I do think this was, like, different times, and I don't think she was going to San Francisco, like, right after this or anything. But, like, if she was, I don't know. I think she could have, like, mentioned it.
She could have told him if he really asked what she was doing.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that happened.
Well, why break his heart?
I mean, if Steven doesn't really mean anything to you, then just say, like, I'm going to see Steven this weekend to hang out.
But why? Talon's making you dinner. Honestly, though, she does not give a shit about either of them. So why would she, like, you know, why would she tell him?
Yeah. If she was really into Talon, then I feel like she would have been like, I'm going to see Steven, but it's not for
don't be mad.
Romantic reasons or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I don't think she cares.
So what do you guys think was better? This dinner that Talon made Kristin or the dinner that Jessica made Jason?
Jessica didn't make Jason dinner.
Well,
yeah, he brought
she set up
she
the
got
candles.
takeout.
The candles and the teddy bears. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, which was more romantic, the takeout or the grilled chicken?
I'll take the dinner with Talon.
Yeah.
You can sit with Jessica.
Yeah.
On the floor. It was cute. I don't even think she got the takeout. Didn't Jason bring it?
Yeah, he brought it.
Yeah, Jason brought the takeout.
Yeah, so I guess Talon wins this one.
Yeah.
Because he actually made the food. Then we see Kristin leaving for San Francisco. Alex is picking her up for the airport. And then we get a plane in the air before we're greeted with classic shots of San Francisco with the Golden Gate Bridge. It's so weird whenever I see stuff like this because, like, I'm from there. So, like, I'm always like, it's just San Francisco. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's not that exciting. But I guess for people, like, who didn't grow up there or like
me,
there,
yeah, people who
like, it's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel really lucky, like that I got to do those things like a lot growing up, and that it's kind of like old news for me because I mean that's pretty cool. Like you grew up in like a pretty iconic area, but yeah, it's always really funny when I'm like looking. I'm like, yep, been there. Like, so then we see Kristin arrive in San Francisco, and an excited Steven greets her and hugs her at the university as she gets out of a cab. And Kristin comments that she hasn't been in his truck in a long time. And he says there's some memories in that truck as they're walking towards his white pickup.
She had on such a cute outfit coming from the airport, by the way. She was like, I think she had a t-shirt or hoodie on, but she was in a little mini like jean skirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you in a jean skirt on the plane. Like, that must be the most uncomfortable
Oh
thing
gosh,
ever.
yeah.
And I think she was wearing wedges. Like, because when he picked her up and hugged her, I think I saw wedges.
Well, look at it, but like, it was the most uncomfortable outfit going
Yeah.
through like the
Yeah.
airport. But she looked gorge.
Yeah, and when he like hugs her and like picks her up and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is so coupley.
Cute.
Like,
Mhm.
but like,
So cute.
it's so
Yeah,
awkward
it's so-
though.
Yeah.
Like he loves her, and she's just like,
Oh, but it's all for MTV, remember, Candace?
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
buy that. So Kristin tells Steven, I told you I'd come up second semester, and Steven just smiles because he's like, this is all he's ever wanted in his life. And Steven and Kristin go sightseeing, and they take in San Francisco, and it's like this montage of like, literally, it looks like it should be in a movie. They're like,
Mhm.
they're like trying on stuff on the street.
He's all over her.
Yeah, he's all over her. They're like eating takeout. They're eating
Yeah.
clam chowder and bread bowls by the
bowls, yeah.
bay, which is amazing to do if you're ever in San Francisco. I freaking love clam chowder
It's the
bowls.
best.
Ugh.
And that seagull trying to eat it from her.
Yeah.
That's so accurate too.
Yeah.
Casey calls Alex while she's on the beach with Taylor and Morgan, and Alex answers, and Casey says, "Hey, it's Casey," and Alex goes, "I know." I was like, Alex is 100% not here for Casey.
Mm-mm.
So Casey asks her if she wants to meet up at the beach, and Alex tells her yes, and that she's already down at the beach. And Alex hangs up and tells the girls that Casey wants to talk to her. And Alex is like, Casey has some balls to walk down here. And I'm like, dude, after seeing what she did in Cabo with Jessica, I would never try to confront her ever. I would have been like, it's cool. She's going to beat my ass.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. So, like, yeah, Casey does have some balls. Some cojones, for sure. I mean, would you guys, after seeing that fight, like, would you confront Alex?
She didn't see it,
Yeah,
though.
did she know about it?
Casey wasn't there.
But even hearing about it.
But I feel like Casey really valued, like, she didn't know anyone else, I feel like, in the school, so she, like, really wanted to fight for this friendship. And she probably knew that she would get screen time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with
I think
that
it's
statement.
more of that, yeah.
She moved to Laguna for the show.
I'm like, I don't
Hello.
want to be mean. Casey is just one of those people. She definitely wanted screen time, and if you follow her in any capacity, you can tell she's still very rich. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, she's gorgeous. Her life looks amazing. Her family looks amazing, but like you can just tell that she's very like Casey lived in her own little Casey world, and I think she still lives in her own little Casey world.
She's very like Real Housewifey to me.
Yes,
Like Beverly
that's
Hills
a
or
perfect
OC.
way to describe her.
I
Absolutely.
wonder, like, one day if she'll get casted for those shows.
I would love to see that. That's the day I start watching Real Housewives.
Yeah.
If they add Casey Reinhart, you gotta let me know if that happens.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
So Taylor says, it's so awkward. And Alex is like, no, it's not. Who cares? I love her in this scene. So Casey shows up and says hi to everyone and then asks Alex to take a walk with her. And bear with me here because I have this whole fight written out because it was so good. So bear with me here. So Casey starts off saying, Al, I want you to know, I know you don't think I heard that from somebody, but I did, but it's not even a big deal. And Alex says, that's a pretty big thing to say. And Casey says, people have done a lot of shitty things to me in my life, and I've totally forgiven them. Okay. Like, okay, Casey. I literally have written, ew. Like, what? That's you, bitch, not me. What?
I know,
Ew.
I'm laughing at that you wrote.
I was so mad about it. Who says that? In that, like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. Like, good for you.
She's like apologizing, but then at the same time being like, okay, I apologize. Now you can't be mad anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, good
Yeah.
for you. I'm glad that you've forgiven people. I'm not going to forgive you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was so irritated. I literally was watching it and out loud I was like, ew.
Yeah.
So Alex asks her, why would you tell Jason and Cedric that? And Casey says, because that's the stupidest thing I could have done. And Alex just goes again, yeah, but why? I love how she's so like direct and like she's not letting her out of it.
No.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I love it.
She's so confrontational.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She's, like,
because she
ready
didn't
for
answer
it.
the question. Like, that's not the answers that I
Yeah.
wanted. Like, answer
Yeah.
me. Why?
Yeah.
And so Casey says that she is completely admitting what she did was really shady and it was messed up and she regrets it. It was horrible and immature and she was just repeating what she heard. And Alex says, really? I've heard a lot of stuff about you and I've never repeated it to anyone. Like, it's so good. It's just golden.
Yeah.
And then Casey says, oh, okay. I said one bad thing about you. And Alex says, it wasn't just a bad thing. It's embarrassing. And Casey then says, again, people say so many bad things. Okay. And Alex cuts her off and says, it's not like you called me a bitch, Casey, which I agree. This is not like you said a mean thing. This is like you literally like talked about my personal hygiene. Like, no thank you.
Yeah.
And then Casey says what I think I want to name this episode, which is forgive, don't forget, but forgive.
You have our stamp of approval.
I
Yes.
know.
Yes, yeah.
It's just
we
so
have to.
good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's too good.
Alex says, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to be fake and pretend I like you when I really don't like you?
I love this line.
I know. Well, it's true. What do you want me to do? You want me to be fake?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not gonna. Like, that's not cute. And then Casey says, what really pisses me off, you must be a really evil person then. And Alex says, do not call me an evil person. An evil person does exactly what you did to someone. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And then Casey asks her why she can't just be the bigger person and get over it. And Alex says that she is over it, but she just doesn't want to be her friend. And Casey says she totally understands. And Alex says, all right, then, we're done. And they both walk away. I think Alex stood up for herself so well here.
Oh, yeah.
And I really appreciated it. And again, like a situation happened to me that was similar. And I I looked up to this scene so much because I didn't have the guts to stand up for myself in this way. And I was just like, wow, like it wasn't even like she was being mean. Like Alex was not being mean to her.
No, like she has the right to be mad.
Yeah. She was like, what you did was really mean and wrong. And like, tell me why. And like, no, like I don't want to be friends with you. And like, I also appreciate that because like she wasn't going to fake it. She wasn't going to pretend like I don't like you anymore. That was me.
Yeah.
Like, so I loved it.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same. I'm like so impressed that like a teenage girl can hold this kind of like confrontation. And I mean, I don't think Casey was in the right at all, but she also like held her own in this scene. Like she was also like giving it back to Alex the same way. And so it didn't come off that Alex was being mean to her because Casey was being just as crazy, like crazier.
Yeah.
Alex gets back to Morgan and Taylor and they ask her what happened and she said that Casey called her an evil person, which I love is like the only thing she says from the whole conversation is that Casey called her an evil person. Then Taylor calls Casey delusional and then says sarcastically, it's a nice day at the beach. I love when they have these like epic confrontations. Like they're just so good. Like you don't see that stuff on TV anymore.
Not like that. Not like so real like that. Yeah.
No, it's so good.
And I do look up to them because, like, I'm like, I am not like that. And I'm like, I would be so frozen in a confrontation like this that I'm always so, like, I look up to people who can do this.
That's
and,
how I was. Like,
it's not mean. They're just standing up for themselves.
I couldn't imagine, like, challenging someone like that. Like, I just didn't have the guts back then.
Yeah.
So we're back in San Francisco, and Kristin and Steven are watching fireworks, and they're cuddled up together in a blanket. And it's the most romantic thing ever, and Kristin looks 100% not into it. And Steven tells Kristin that this was his surprise. And Kristin says, well, I like it. I just feel like it's so awkward for her.
She's, like, cold, so she's, like, kind of cuddled next to him, but her body is, like, all the way the other way.
Yes.
And Steven tells her that this is exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to take Kristin there to see the fireworks. And then they just give each other looks back and forth.
He tries to give her googly eyes, okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And this song that's playing in the background is like, one of the lyrics
so
is,
perfect.
yeah, it's like pictures of us collecting dust.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is sad. Like, they're not Steven and Kristin anymore.
I know. I looked up that song because I like love that being the soundtrack to the scene. It was "Fly" by Lena Loy.
Yeah, you guys, I had the Laguna Beach soundtrack. So like all of these songs I used to listen to regularly.
I love it.
So I don't know what Kristin is telling Steven to stop, but she tells him to stop like a couple times, and I don't know if he's like trying to kiss her or like doing something weird. I don't know.
I feel like he was just trying to like get her to flirt with him.
Yeah, I feel like he was like being
by, like,
cuddly
nudging.
and stuff.
And she's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So she's like, stop it.
Yeah.
And then she says she's ready to go, and they pack up and leave. And Steven drops her off at the Orchard Hotel, and Steven asks for his sweatshirt back. And Kristin asks him if he's in a bad mood. And he tells her no, but she insists that he's acting moody. And then he asks her to take their takeout trash and throw it out.
I know.
And she's so mad about it.
Yeah.
She's like, no, Steven, where?
Yeah.
But it is really awkward that he's like, can I have my sweatshirt back? Like,
yeah.
You're going to see her tomorrow. Like, let her take the sweatshirt. It's fine. Yeah. Clearly he was like butthurt. I think he thought that this situation was going to go differently. Like either she was going to end up in his dorm or he was going to end up in the hotel.
Yeah.
And obviously that did not happen. And Kristin was very happy to go back to her hotel alone.
I know. She could not get out of there faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Steven has this pattern of acting like this when he's like butthurt. So,
You know, of course I don't like, I mean, in this rewatch, I'm becoming more Team Lauren, but I still feel like watching this, I feel so sad that like Kristin and Steven did not rekindle their flame. And I felt that like 100 times more when I watched this the first time, because he set up this huge romantic weekend for her. He brought her to fireworks, and I'm like, come on, Kristin.
Yeah.
Just love him again. I'm like, why can't you just love him again?
No, I feel like Kristin in this scene, like I'm just over it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They were so perfect last season.
They were okay. I'm an Elsie girly, and I still think that she's cuter with Steven.
Hey, in that last few episodes of season 1, you got on board with Kristin and Steven.
I did.
That's what turned me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they were cute. Like okay. Kristin
They were so
and Steven
cute.
have their moments, like for sure. Like again, looking at it with an adult lens, I'm like, that's her boyfriend. So like, I can see it better now than I did when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was like, Kristin's the wrong girl for him. But like, that's not my choice or my decision, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I feel the same way about Alex and Jason. Like back in the day, I was so team Jessica, and like I couldn't. But like, they were a really cute couple for like the 5 minutes it lasted. So, you know. So the next day, Kristin tells Steven that she's glad that she came up to see him, and Steven thanks her for coming up while giving her a noogie. Classic Steven. And then he lays on top of her, and I was so irritated for her because I would have been irritated. I'd have been like, get off of me.
Yeah.
He says it's weird just being friends with her, and that he's more attracted to her than anyone else, and that he will always have a natural tendency to act affectionate with her. Excuses. Kristin says she needs to be single right now, and it's not the right time for her to have a boyfriend. She says she doesn't want the commitment or responsibility, which I think is really mature.
Yeah. I'm glad she said that to him. Yeah.
She knows herself, and she's like, I don't want to be tied down. I'm not into it. And like, you're right, Adrian. She's like about to go off to LA and like do her thing. Like, she doesn't want a boyfriend. Like,
over it,
what'd she want a boyfriend to hold her down for? And then Kristin says she's ready to go, or do you want to talk more? And Steven's like, I don't really have anything to say. Super awkward.
I'm so uncomfortable.
What would she have said if he was like, no, I want to talk more?
I mean, I feel like she would just continue to set that boundary of like, no, like, I don't want to be with you. Stop making me tell you exactly that, like, I do not want to be with you. Like, it would have gotten to that point, I feel like.
And she does, like, stand up for herself pretty good. Like, she's very honest.
And Steven, like, has like word salad, so like he's not good at standing up for himself, you know.
He's like, no, I'm like always gonna be attracted to you, and like
he just wouldn't stop. Yeah,
I know. And she's like, do you want to go? So back in Laguna, we see Jessica and Alex H at the beach, and Jessica is coming up out of the water, and Alex asks her how it was, and she says cold and seaweedy. And I'm sorry, but every time Jessica is in a swimsuit, I am like, damn,
Oh
girl.
my
Mhm.
She
God. I
looks
know.
so
Yeah.
good.
I know.
The money I would pay to look like her.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. She had a
Very
crazy
Baywatchy the
body.
way she
Yes.
came out of like the
She could have been
water.
a model with that body, dude. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like, she's so gorgeous. Alex says that the water doesn't look appealing, and Jessica says it's not. And I totally, like, it looks cold. It looks awful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Talon comes and finds them, and Talon asks how the weekend was. And then he says, where's Kristin? And the girls tell him she's in San Francisco. And he says, no way, is she with Steven? And then Alex says, it's just a little weekend thing. And Jessica says, like a closure thing. They're like trying to make poor Talon feel better.
I know.
And Talon's like, it's like the 15th closure. And then he's like, they have closure, and the next week it's closure.
Yeah.
I know. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
And Alex says that Kristin didn't go there with the intention to hook up with him. And then Jessica agrees with Alex. And Alex says she doesn't want a boyfriend, remember? And Talon says that's exactly why she would hook up with him. And Alex is like, she's our best friend. It's just how it is. Well, actually, Alex says, she's our best friend.
Yeah.
And I was like, ouch.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like they've had that conversation before and Jessica got mad. And so she had to correct herself. So then we're back in San Francisco. It was Steven and Kristin, and Steven tells Kristin it was really good to see her, but that it's just hard to see her. And Steven asks her if it's weird at all for her, and she says no. And he says he just wants everything out in the open. And Steven says being friends works. And Kristin says, does it? You still treat me like I'm your girlfriend, and that's not what I want. I'm so proud of her for that.
Yeah.
She's so good at
Yeah,
verbalizing like
she
how she
is.
really feels.
And it's hard to say that to somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially somebody that like was your first love,
Mhm.
And Steven says he's just so used to that. And once he went away to school, things were weird with trying to figure out how to be. And then they both just kind of say it was good to see each other, and they hug, and Kristin leaves.
I feel so bad. So like he was totally trying to like pull her in for like a deep hug or like a kiss
Yeah.
or something in this scene. And he has so much more to say, but like I said, he has word salad, like he cannot get out his feelings. So I feel
Yeah.
so bad for him. And I wonder if she gives him mixed signals like behind the scenes because she
Mhm.
is pretty flirty. And we saw her go to Valentine's Day dinner with him. Of course, that's like show produced, I'm sure, but she was like pretty into that dinner, I
Yeah,
thought.
she was.
So I feel bad for Steven here.
I felt really bad for him too.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too soon for her to be like coming and visiting him. Like it was just everything was too fresh. They needed to wait
Yeah.
longer. I agree. He needs to like date some girls and then see how he feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to find, like, again, like Alex said, like one girl that he
Yes,
has a little bit of
to get
feelings
his mind off
for.
of Kristin.
And yeah,
Mhm.
and then he'll be
Yeah.
good. He'll be good.
And how sad that wasn't Lauren in San Francisco when they were there together.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I think at this point they were both over each other.
Steven and Lauren?
Yeah.
Not Lauren.
Yeah.
What? Lauren loves him.
Yeah.
Lauren's about to turn the corner, but like she still loved him the last time we saw her.
Okay, yeah, not Lauren.
No, not Lauren.
But Steven's over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe where this season ends up. Like,
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
I know.
That was such a
thinking about
Mhm.
what's
surprise.
coming
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like, how shocking was that?
It was a shock. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it, but damn. Came out of nowhere. Did you guys have a favorite outfit?
Kristin's outfit going to the airport, that cute little jean skirt, I thought was so
Mm.
pretty.
You know, there were a lot of cute ones in this one, but nothing like stuck out where I was like, oh, that one's my favorite. So I'm just gonna say it was Billy the dog again.
Aw.
His cute little polo.
I don't even need to ask you, Candace.
I was like, Adrian, don't kill me.
Yeah.
But I really loved the champagne hoodie. But if like a gun to my head had to pick something other than the sheer pink hoodie, it would have been Alex's little white beach
Her
dress.
sweater.
Yeah, that was cute
What?
too.
Oh, the
Like the
white
tube
Oh,
top.
yeah,
dress.
Alex M. Not I did
Oh,
like
okay.
Alex H's sweater. That was a cute. The pink and blue. That was cute too.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
But gun to my head, if it wasn't the pink hoodie, it would probably be that white beach dress that Alex M had on.
That was cute.
Favorite moment?
Alex confronting Casey. That was
fight.
so
Me
good.
too.
Yep.
I know. That was good.
It's definitely the highlight of the episode.
Imagine you standing up for yourself in that way, living forever in reality TV.
I know.
Like, I love it. Like, she might have that Cabo fight there, but, like, this cancels that out. Do her and Jessica make up by the end of the season?
Yeah.
Do they have a talk, though,
No.
where they make up?
I don't think so.
It's just kind of like...
everybody's just, like, hanging out together at some point.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Because Alex goes back to him one more time.
Oh, yeah, she makes out with him at prom.
Oh, at prom. That's right.
Yeah.
She's like, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, needed to get that out of my system.
I still can't believe these guys were so drunk at prom. Like, you could tell that Alex was wasted in that scene, too. And, like, we were not wasted at our school dances. Like, at all.
No.
I was not.
We would have been in so much trouble.
I would have been too scared to do anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you get banned from all the rest of the dances for the whole
Yeah.
year. I wasn't getting banned for drinking at a dance. I was going to prom. God damn it. You will not take prom away from me. Listen, I still wish I could go to prom.
What?
Yes, I would love
As
to
an
go
adult?
to prom. Yes.
Or do you mean like to relive your high school years? Or you want to go right
like
now?
I want to go right now.
Why?
Because I want to put on a really pretty dress and dance the night away.
We can go to a club.
It's not the same, okay? It's not the same as prom. All your friends are there.
I want to go to those clubs where they play like Disney music.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like,
That'd be
dance
fun.
to those.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They like do that sometimes. That would be so good.
Have you guys seen advertisements for the Shrek raves?
Shrek?
I think I've seen that.
I keep getting like, because we have a House of Blues close to us, and I always get the ads like directed at me of like, come to the Shrek rave. I'm like, that sounds kind of awesome.
I'm sure everyone dresses up, right?
I'm sure. I don't know like what exactly goes down, but it sounds pretty cool.
So in my town, they have like, they call it prom, but it's like, it benefits like the festivals and stuff. So you pay and you like buy a ticket and like, it's like it's like prom. It's literally like you dress up in like a prom outfit and like whatever. I've never been because like, I just feel like it's awkward, but I like, and it's different. It's not like you're with all your friends, you know, it's like people in the community that you don't know. It'd probably be fun, but I just never go. But they do that. And they also have an 80s and a 90s prom where you like dress up 80s or 90s. Never been to one of those either. Jasmine won't go with me.
Dude, go.
I know. She won't go with me.
Can you just buy her the outfit and make her put it on?
Like, just don't say where you're going.
It'll be so cute. I know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine me in like a 80s prom dress, like with the big poofy sleeves?
That would be cute.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to Millennial TeaV. If you like what you hear, we do this every week, so please subscribe or follow anywhere you podcast. We love hearing from our listeners, so feel free to reach out to us at millennialteav@gmail.com. That is millennialteav@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram. We are Candace, Liz, and Adrian, your Millennial TeaV hosts, and we will see you next week.